What's up, Vinyl Community? Clip the Vinyl Cheapskate here. Made it for a Friday drinking music. I'm just doing another collection update. This is punk and hardcore, metal, punk, some punk adjacent stuff. This mostly punk, mostly Japanese punk and hardcore episode, which is my stuff. Yeah, I've been a naughty boy. I've been buying too many records. Getting in trouble with the wife for the amount of packages on my porch. So, gonna have to calm down on the buying for a bit. As you can see, I've already done a bunch of, I showed budget stuff. I showed the stuff I picked up from the record sale, and I've got a ton more records to show that I think I'm done for a while. I have to catch up on listening. I haven't even listened to like half of the stuff that I picked up. But I found some good stuff, good deals. I couldn't say no. Some stuff I've been looking for a while. Racked up my credit card bill a little bit, so I need to take that down. So yeah, done buying for a bit. But, that being said, I did find some killer stuff. I'll show you now. Got a couple 7-inches, only 2 7-inches, and then the rest are all LPs. Mostly online finds. I think all of them but one are an online find. But yeah, I found some good stuff this week. And I'll start off with 7-inches. I'll start off with what we're listening to. And this isn't one that I just bought. This is just what I wanted to listen to while we're here. This is Kind of Christ. But yeah, that's just what we're listening to. Kind of Christ, West Coast, hardcore punk band from like the 90s, late 80s. Great band. Kind of underrated, if you ask me. Great band though. First off, going to start off with 2 that are stone cold killers. 2 Japanese 7-inches. But yeah, picked up this bad boy, Judgement. Let It Be So. You can't really see it because the lighting in my basement is horrible. But yeah, Judgement. Or Let It Be So. Judgement, Just Be. 7-inch. I've wanted to get Judgement. I want to get the Judgement 7-inches forever. And I finally found one that wasn't ridiculously priced. And I jumped on it. Actually just bought this earlier this week and it just made it in the mail today. So super stoked on that one. Japanese, Burning Spirits hardcore. One of the best to do it. Great stuff. Active in the 90s, early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, I think. That's when they were active. When was this recorded? Yeah, 2000. So yeah, mostly the late 90s. But great band, man. What an excellent band. Look at that hat. Killer, raging. All the dual guitar leads you want from a Japanese hardcore. Japanese Burning Spirits hardcore. Great stuff. And some more Japanese stuff I grabbed today. Or that I didn't grab today. That showed up in the mail today. Framtid. Horrific Visions 7-inch EP. 4 songs. But really great, noisy, distorted, crusty punk rock stuff. Great stuff. I wouldn't quite call it crasher crusty stuff. It's a little more on the DB end, a little less of the like noise. Crasher crusty stuff's noisy too, but great stuff. Excellent. This is I actually didn't own any Framtid before this. It's just wild because I've known about them since, the early 2000s. I've known about them forever. I just never picked any of their stuff up. And I picked up this Framtid LP, Defeat of Civilization EP or LP. This one's put out on Blackwater and La Vida S on Muse and Crustcore Records. So it's like a joint release on those 3 labels. Excellent stuff. I don't know when this was. This one is from 2015, I believe. Yeah, recorded in 2013. I think that other one's 2015. But yeah, sick stuff. Man, 10 years old already. That's insane. It's in great shape. Perfect shape. Like I said, crasher, crusty, super crusty, D-beat stuff. Lots of noise. Excellent record. I've already listened to this today. I listened to all 3 of these today because I couldn't help myself. I was super excited to get them. So yeah, Framtid. Maybe that'll be my, I don't know how they pick the thumbnails, but maybe that'll be my thumbnail if I can figure out how to do it. We'll keep with the Japanese stuff. I got one more Japanese record. Another one, Discogs Find, one I've wanted for a while. The Crow Bloody Tears LP. Or Bloody Tear LP. Yeah, Bloody Side, Tear Side. Yeah, Bloody Tear LP. This is really dark, crusty Japanese punk. Good amount of Amoebics influence in here, but also more on like the hardcore punk side and less on like the weirdo metal punk side. This is great. Crow's one of my favorite Japanese bands. It's just their records are kind of hard to come by. I think I've picked up a few. I got that prank re-release of The Last Chaos. I got one of the picture LP of I forget what it's called, but it's the one with the skull and all the crows on it. But it's a picture LP of that, and I also got the I CD when it came out earlier this year. Their newest one is the I, and there's a CD version that I picked up also from Prank Records. But yeah, this is on Prank Records. One of my favorite labels. Comes with an insert. There's English and Japanese lyrics. Lyrics are written in English and Japanese. Black vinyl. Sick record. If you don't know these guys and you like dark, crusty punk rock stuff, you should definitely check this record out. It's well worth your time. But yeah, finally picked this up, and I found it for relatively cheap. Not super cheap, but relatively cheap. Yeah, that's all the Japanese stuff I got. Moving on, I picked this up. I bought this record and a bunch of Budget Bin stuff. Showed you all the Budget Bin stuff last week. This one is a little more pricey. I think this was a $15 record. I think I spent $15 on this. Yeah, $15 on this. Some classic 70s punk rocky stuff, punk rocky rock and roll stuff. The Electric Chairs, Blatantly Offensive. This is great stuff. Really kind of dumb, clever lyrics, if you know what I mean by that. Just really fun, kind of silly, rock and rolly, but ripping guitar, ripping riffs. Great drop. Everything's great on this record, and the lyrics are just delightfully stupid. Not dumb stupid, but really fun stupid. You know what I'm talking about. And blatantly offensive. It could be blatantly offensive, some of the lyrics, so beware. Oh, and also an OG red vinyl press. So this is a red vinyl from 1978, I think this was it. Yeah, 1978, which I thought was wild. I pulled it out and I saw that it was red vinyl, and I looked at it, and kind of was thinking it might have been a reissue, but then I looked at these old stickers, and it's definitely not a reissue. It was originally on vinyl. I looked it up on Discogs. It was originally on red vinyl, which is kind of cool. Not that I really care about the vinyl color that much, but it's cool to see one that's like older and not like one of the ones that are like new, collect every variant of this purple and piss splatter vinyl. Speaking of that, my next one, I've got 2 metal records to show. And since I was talking about collect every variant, piss splatter vinyl, but this one kind of matches at least. Picked up this. This was an opportunistic buy, but I do really like this record. Some grimy psychedelic death metal coming at you with Wharflurch, Psychedelic Realms of Hell, with great song titles such as Stoned Ape Apocalypse and Bog Body Blotius. This is a fun one, really fun record. Cool, like sci-fi synth mixed with dirty, grimy death metal riffs. Really dig this band. We actually had the singer of this band on our podcast for just a chat about death metal and just to talk to him. It was basically an interview with him. But yeah, really cool guy, nice guy. He's been in the scene he's been doing metal and punk stuff since the 90s, but great guy. And really cool record. They're putting out good stuff. He has another band called Plasmodulated, I think, where he does death metal. It's his like solo project. He does death metal, but on like a regular tuned guitar, no down tuning at all. So pretty sick. Check this band out. Check out his other project, Plasmodulated. I'll put links to these in the description. I'll put links to most of this stuff in the description. I've been kind of lazy lately and not doing that. And I think it's time for me to stop being lazy. Next up, this one was another one that was kind of an opportunistic buy. I found it for cheap, and you'll see why. But Venom's American Assault. I picked this up for less than $10, and it's a combat. It's a combat licensed from Neat Records. I think it's an 80s pressing. I know that. I'm pretty sure. Whenever, yeah, it's an 80s pressing. So, but yeah, it's a little partied on, as you can tell by the bite taken out of the bite taken out of the jacket there. But Venom, American Assault. Love me some Venom. I'm a sucker for Venom stuff. I'll pick up anything Venom. And the last 3 are kind of like, they're kind of punk stuff, but kind of like, it's up to your discretion if you consider them punk or not. And I'll start with the least of the, well, in my opinion, the least of the punk rock stuff. It's kind of punk rock. It was considered punk rock back in the day. And that's this Reckless Eric, I think it's a comp. Reckless Eric comp, I guess. Is it a comp? Is it an LP? I don't know, but it's got the Whole Wide World song on it on the third side. So, big smash. Reckless Eric. This was kind of a throw-in. I talked the guy down from the original price for these 3 records, all from the same seller, but I negotiated a price, so this ended up being free, kind of. Or I could split it into 3 ways, and whatever. You know what I mean. You know how this all works. But yeah, cool stuff. It's in great shape. It's got a cool gatefold. It's fun to look at. Why else would we collect records? But yeah, last 2 coming up. But I'm going to flip this record first, and we're going to continue listening to Iconochrist. That's a good one. All right. Last two. Two more. So, sort of a short video. Not really. It's my normal. Seems like my normal. You get to listen to me babble about these things. But, next up, two from the same band. Picked up this Stooges The Weirdness live LP. I think it's a live LP, if I remember correctly. But yeah, Stooges The Weirdness. I don't know, is it a live LP? Songs Iggy Pop. I don't know if it's a live LP or a comp, but it was a Stooges record I did not have, and I wanted it, so I picked it up. But yeah, cool tracks on there. Trolling, Can't Have Friends, ATM, Weirdness, Freaky Friday, blah blah blah. Three-sided LP. Yeah, cool stuff. Stoked to have it. And black vinyl. Like I said, it's a three-sided LP. It's got their MySpace. It's got their MySpace on it. How 2007. I think MySpace was even dead by 2007. Wonder why they even have that on the record label. It's pretty funny. But yeah, more Stooges is always a good thing. Haven't listened to this yet, so I'll know if it's a live album once I listen to it. I do absolutely no research for these things, in case you have not noticed. No research done whatsoever. Next up, last but not least. Alright, so I got this one. It's a red label OG Stooges. I already owned a Stooges record, but it's like a 2023 re-release or something. As I do, I couldn't help it to get an original press of Stooges self-titled red label, and it was relatively cheap. Record is in VG Plus. Would be near mint if it didn't have it has a couple little like hairlines on it, but it doesn't affect the play at all. I'm not one that gets into this condition thing very often, but for certain records I care, and this is one that I care about. I wanted to have a nice copy of this. This sleeve has seen better days, but that's why it was cheap and affordable, I think. But I don't listen to the sleeves, and it still has the picture, still has the sleeve. It's not completely split, only partially split on the side here. It looks like a cat was scratching it at some point. But hey, it's got a clear picture, very little ring wear, got some bends. It's got some dirt on it that I might be able to clean up. That looks like marker. It looks like they colored in a white spot with marker on a couple spots here. But I can't complain. Still pretty clear, not too much ring wear, and I'm actually really stoked to have this in the collection. So this was a big one for me. I'm really stoked that this one ended up in my collection, even though, like I said, it's a little, the sleeve is a little partied on, but don't really care. I'm still ecstatic to get it, especially at the prices those records are getting right now. And I found it for $30. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say the price. That's not too bad. I don't feel like I got ripped off at the prices that they're going up for right now. And for me to spend that much on a record that I already own sounds like insanity to me. Like, I'm saying it right now makes me think I lost my fucking marbles. But anyway, I think I did pretty good with my punk rock finds. I've got more stuff. It's mostly rock. It's going to be mostly like 60s rock stuff and like 70s rock stuff. The stuff that I didn't pay budget bin prices for is the stuff that I'm going to be showing next. I might try and do it this week. We'll see. Most likely it'll be next Friday. Will be my rock and roll, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, that's my punk rock finds for month of July. I'm going to say month of July. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Yeah, cheers. Hope everybody has a good weekend. And it's supposed to rain here tomorrow, so I was gonna do a little cookout with a couple friends of ours, but it looks like it's getting rained out. So bummer, but we're gonna hang out anyway. Cheers. Have a good day, everybody. Maybe I'll see you on Grow Man Record Night tonight.